Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Scott, and today we are painting the Tyranid Screamer Killer from the new Leviathan box for Warhammer 40k. This is probably one of the coolest models in the set, and I had a fun time painting it. So let's go ahead and dive into how I painted this model. For this project, I've primed it using Wraithbone spray primer from Citadel. Now you could do a zenithal prime on this, but because we're going to be using lots of dark colors, I didn't feel the need to do so. Our first step in this project is to take Contrast Ultramarines Blue, and we're going to use this as the base color for anything on the model that isn't the main armor plates. Once that contrast paint is dried, we're going to take Kantor Blue, and we're going to do a heavy dry brush of this over all of the blue on the model. Now we're going to do the same thing using Macragge Blue, but this time we're going a little bit lighter with our dry brushing. We're going to do one final layer of dry brushing, this time using Caledor Sky. Now with this layer, we are focusing on only dry brushing on the sharpest ridges on the model, and spots where we think the light would catch the most across the model. Now that we're done with the blue on the model, we're going to take Genestealer Purple, and we're going to paint this anywhere that's more fleshy or that isn't covered by armor. Once we have that purple color in place, we're going to take Contrast Volupus Pink, we're going to water this down a little bit and use this as a wash on all of the purple parts of the model. Once that contrast paint is dried, we're going to take Warpfiend Grey, and we're going to use this to edge highlight all the raised ridges and details in the purple parts of the model so that they are brighter, but we're leaving the recesses with the darker purple and the pink. With those fleshy bits done, it's now time to work on the main armored carapace on the model. We're going to use Abaddon Black as the base color for all of those armored panels. Once that base color is in place, we're going to take Dark Reaper and we're going to do a heavy dry brush of this over all of the black carapace on the model. Now we're going to do an additional layer of dry brushing, this time using Celestra Grey. Now when we do this, we're making sure that we start at the edge of each armor panel, and we're going upward so that the streaks from the dry brush start at the edge and extend upward on the armor panel. Now that we're done with the armor, it's time to work on the claws on this model. We're going to use Khorne Red as the base color for any claws that appear across the model. Once we've painted all of the claws, we're going to take Carroburg Crimson and we're going to use this to shade all of the red across the model. After that shade is dried, we're going to take Mephiston Red and we're going to use this to highlight the claws on the model. But we're making sure that we don't paint over any spots where the shade has pooled up. We're then going to do an additional layer of highlighting, this time using Evil Sunz Scarlet, and with this color we are only highlighting the edges and sharpest ridges on the claws. At this point we're going to work on the hooves and teeth on the model. We're going to use Skavenblight Dinge as the base color for the teeth, and on the hooves we've previously based them using Abaddon Black. We're going to do vertical lines extending from the base of the hoof upward on each of the hooves. Next, we're going to take Stormvermin Fur. We're going to do basically the same thing, but the lines we're doing on the hooves this time don't go quite as far up as they did in the previous layer. We're also going to use this to highlight the raised ridges of the teeth. We're going to do one more layer of highlighting on the hooves and teeth using Karak Stone, and this time we're doing the finest lines we can, and we're not doing them as large or as abundantly as we have with the previous two colors. With all those layers of highlighting done, we're now going to take Seraphim Sepia and we're going to do a light wash of this over the hooves and teeth. This is going to blend those 3 previous colors all together. All that's left at this point is to do the eyes. We're going to use Moot Green and we're going to very carefully paint this into the eye sockets on this model. Just be careful not to get this on any of the areas around the eye. Our final step in this project is to take Biel-Tan Green, and we're going to just very carefully dab a dot of this in each of the eye sockets. This will shade the area around the glowing part of the eye. If you want, you can also paint this on the areas around the eye, and it'll make it look like the eyes are glowing just a little bit. And with that, we finished painting our Tyranid Screamer Killer. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, go ahead and like it, and then subscribe to my channel so you can see future videos I make. If you'd like to get involved in chatting directly with me, feel free to also join my Discord, which I've linked in the description of this video. I'd like to also give a special shout out to my channel members that make videos like this possible. If you would like to become a channel member, hit the join button below this video. As always, have an amazing day, and we'll catch you in the next one.